We begin with breaking news from the Netherlands. Far-right lawmaker Geert Wilders has pulled his party out of the ruling four-party Dutch coalition in a dispute over migration. He announced his decision on social media. Wilders said his coalition partners were not willing to back his ideas of halting what he called asylum migration. He announced the plan last week and demanded his coalition partners give him immediate support. Let's get more from DW correspondent Lucia Schulten in Brussels. Lucia, what does this mean? Is this the end of the Dutch government?
So things are still developing, and as we see things here, it is the end of the Dutch government with the far-right PVV party, Party for the Vrijheid. So it will be the end of the Dutch government as we know it for now. It is still unclear what happens next, so there will be another meeting taking place, and what then actually the next steps are, we have to see. What is important to understand is what brought us here. So we have heard about this migration plan that Geert Wilders, who himself was not a member of this government, but 5 of his ministers were, did feel he did not get the support for a very strict plan on cutting migration, where he did, for example, foresee that land border guards would be included in order to curb the migration to the country. So this has been far-reaching ideas. And in the end, then this morning, after meetings before, he took it out on X, saying that he will withdraw his ministers from the government.
What does this mean for the Netherlands moving forward? How much of an influence does Geert Wilders have when it comes to national politics in the country?
So he won the last elections in 2023, and then it took quite a while for the country to come up with a government, with a functioning government. And then the compromise, so to say, was that Geert Wilders is in the back, that he is not himself a member of the government. But of course, his far-right ideas did shape the government and also resounded with what the people wanted back then. And that was mainly also a campaign on curbing migration and having a very strict stance on that. So this government has been in place for around 11 months. Now it needs to be seen. There will be meetings taking place. It needs to be seen what happens next. It is possible, or for example, the Dutch NOS, it's a public broadcaster, expects more meetings to take place, but then in the end, the current government to stay in place as a caretaker government, but then in the course of the coming days, that Dick Schoof, who is the Prime Minister of the Netherlands, that he would go to the King and offer the resignation of the government. And this could, but also that is a bit too early to say, this could all in the end lead to new elections where the country could choose its path in a new direction, so to say. But all of this is still early days, so stay tuned.
And we sure will. Lucia Schulten in Brussels, thanks for that update.